generation faces a daunting future.
This is a bigger fight for the survival of life on our planet.
We want these companies and these banks to divest from violence.
You guys are the moral fabric of this movement. You guys keep showing up time and time again. This is a movement of the heart.
I was there at the beginning. It started from 350.org calling for International Days of Action in 2009. That led to a big event that happened at the Stone Arch Bridge. It was a big success. The people who were involved in creating that event said, should we keep this thing going and not just do one event, but try to have an ongoing organization? And that was the start of MN350.
MN350 is a growing movement of people across Minnesota who are standing up and fighting for climate justice, whether that's freedom from the fossil fuel industry or the kinds of solutions that we need in order to build equitable communities for everybody here in the state of Minnesota.
350 is the level of carbon dioxide in the atmosphere that the scientists say we need to get back down to ASAP to preserve a stable climate. In the late 1800s, we started burning oil and gas and coal, and we've zoomed up from 280 to 411 in 150 years or so.
My name is Misty Babineau. I'm a climate justice organizer with Minnesota 350. The crisis that we face today is the climate crisis across the world. Species are dying off, communities are going without clean water, clean air, lands are going barren. Entire peoples are having to uproot and leave the lands where their people have existed for all of time because their environment can no longer sustain them. And I think that is something that we all need to get involved in, and that's why I'm here.
MN350 is organized by volunteer-led teams. It's been incredible to watch the number of volunteers and community members who gravitate toward MN350 because we show up as a big part of the mass movement to stop climate change, and we do that not just through events and marches and rallies, but through doing things like taking the time to understand the processes, through bringing people together in spaces where they can organize and learn about the problems that we're facing and how to tackle them.
I'm Nicole. I am the Deep Canvas Director at Minnesota 350, and I'm here with the Deep Canvas Fellows.
So the Deep Canvas project was started in part because our public life, politics has become so polarized, and so it's a way to connect and have a human conversation with people who might see the world differently.
Connecting with humans at the door instead of, social media and Twitter.
We're all in this together in this world, and I have hope for a better and more just future, and that includes absolutely everybody.
My name is Angie Mandel, and I'm a volunteer working to expand Minnesota 350 and do our greater Minnesota communities. It started with some of us just seeing the need and hearing the interest in greater Minnesota, and so wanting to put together some framework to help these communities build their activism.
Transportation justice is taking this big sector of the economy that's right now the most polluting sector and making that a sector that is cleaner, greener, better for all of us. So right now, our big focus is clean buses. Powered on electricity, they're a lot lower in carbon emissions, they have no tailpipe emissions, and they cost less over their lifetime. It's inspiring that we have the tools already to change things.
Line 3 is a massive tar sands oil pipeline expansion planned for northern Minnesota. We created an unprecedented amount of political power saying that we needed to stop this pipeline, that it wasn't needed. We had the Minnesota Department of Commerce that speaks, on behalf of the governor's office, saying that this pipeline isn't needed and is more harm than good for Minnesotans. I think what we saw was this powerful movement of people across Minnesota shifting more of the decision-making power than we ever thought possible, and that was really powerful to see.
What I have chosen to do specifically to help combat this crisis that we all face is to get involved in our policy work. I firmly believe that if we write bills that would get us to a swift and just transition for all, we'd be able to direct more resources to the actual change that needs to occur. There is a solution to the crisis that we face if we all just stand up and share a little bit of the load.
I use my voice to articulate solutions.
With my voice, I motivate people to take action for climate justice.
I use my voice to hold others accountable.
With our voices, we demand the world we know is possible.
With our voices, we invest in each other.
With our voices, we will not be ignored.
We will
be
heard.
We will be heard.
Be heard.
We will be heard.